What's up, my little T? Woo! Okay, so we finna get into this video. We're gonna do like a blind reaction to this video talking about Cenat. They're saying they think he sold his soul. I'm not sure. I watch a few of his my language. I watch his content sometimes every now and then. I'm not saying he did. I ain't need no deep research on it, but let's just get into this video and do this blind reaction.
How to make money online. Now, I've already had a couple people reach out to me and join the program. If you guys are
just like everything that starts small,
so shout out to Nitrous and shout out to Truth Is
and grows to massive heights. Streaming is crossing over. In the last 2 years, we have been witnessing the streaming world go mainstream, with the biggest streamers selling out and becoming puppets. Today we will be exposing one of the streamers who is partly responsible for setting the biggest streamer on Twitch, Cenat. And I will show you guys the exact moment Cenat sold his soul. In 2025, everybody seems to want to be a streamer. Just like in the late 2010s when everyone wanted to be a SoundCloud rapper, now they want to be streamers. Even the rappers want to be streamers. It's obvious streaming has reached its peak and it has gone mainstream, all thanks to a few streamers who sold out the streaming world and crossed over. See, when streaming first began, it was a low-quality, independent-style content. A person with a great personality would go live in their bedroom and talk about things they cared about. Eventually, they would build a fan base by being themselves because they were entertaining. When streaming started to become popular and mainstream, the corporations realized it was reaching the masses, and they got involved. And like everything else, they corrupted it. The streamers who were once genuine and authentic started selling out for money and were now faking everything and pushing blatant agendas. It was no longer about good fun content. It was about selling themselves to sponsors and pushing big corp agenda propaganda. They became the new puppets just like the rappers were. Just like the rappers pushed a degenerate lifestyle of drugs, money, and you know the rest, the streamers are now pushing the exact same thing, as they are being controlled by the exact power. It's not hard to see that Kai is one of the biggest streamers in America. He has broken several streaming records. He won Streamer of the Year for several consecutive years, has the highest numbers of followers on Twitch with over 17 million followers and over 400,000 paid subscribers. He even signed some of the biggest endorsement deals seen in the streaming world. Kai has come a long way from streaming in his mother's Bronx apartment. He now does his live streams from the comfort of his multi-million-dollar mansion. Kai has reached heights that no other streamer has made it to. Not only does he have millions of people watching him,
so it's like a rags to riches type story. So they saying he went from like a low-level streamer to what he is now, to winning awards and all types of stuff. So they think it's suspicious. But like this dude was saying, you do not have to sell your soul to be like that. It just takes a lot of consistency and good character, you know.
But the mainstream corporations seem to have fully embraced Kai. He has fully crossed over, which sadly means he sold out. He happily sold his soul for millions of dollars, and by the end of this video,
and I'm not sure if he's Christian or not, but I know he believes in God. He does give a lot of shout outs to God, thanks to God, praises to God. I've seen that before, but this might be a case where he's not like, doesn't have a full understanding of, like, you know, maybe or just Christianity. So he's kind of just like doing him, but he's like, I know God's real, so I'm giving my thanks to God type thing.
Video, you will see why I say that. Cenat started his online content career back in 2018, posting his first video on YouTube on January 13, 2018, at the age of 16.
My bag now. Hey! Guys, fucking guys,
what's going on, YouTube? It's a guy here. AKA
bruh.
Cenat is the mother flipping thing. Yes, that is why I am fully making my first YouTube video.
Like many creators online back in the 2010s, Kai was posting prank and challenge videos and doing anything for views. In the beginning, Kai saw moderate success with YouTube videos, but nowhere near what he was doing today. He managed to get a few videos to go viral on social media, but it never really turned into anything. What changed Kai's career was joining the streaming collective AMP in 2021. AMP is a streaming collective that stands for Any Means Possible. Kai was eventually recruited by Phantom, who eventually convinced him to join AMP. Initially, Kai refused the offer, but he would change his mind and join. He began posting content with AMP, and his streamer career began to take off. This is where the Kai Cenat the world fell in love with was born. Kai abandoned reaction videos and gaming content to do his wild bedroom streams he is now known for today. This really worked for him, as by 2022, he was becoming a household name in the emerging streaming space. In 2022, Kai started landing big-name guests, doing streams with many of the biggest rappers in the industry. He did streams with Lil Baby, 21 Savage, basically every rapper that was trying to promote an album in 2022. This dramatically escalated his online growth, as his stream with 21 Savage saw him reach over 283,000 concurrent live viewers. He was now being associated with...
I'm still waiting for the point, bro. Because to me, up until this point, it sounds like collaborations. It sounds like just having
and look at his hat, faith. Dude ain't like blind.
collabs with the right people.
big names in the industry, which took Kai
Am I tripping? Am I tripping right now, bro? Like, let me know in the comments.
to a whole new level. Kai ended 2022 by winning the Streamer of the Year award. Sadly, this was the last year Kai was truly authentic, as in the following year, he chose to sell out. Like everything that reaches big heights, it comes to a point where you gotta sell out to make it to the very top. Kai was getting a lot of eyes on him, which attracted the attention of the mainstream. If he wanted to be the biggest streamer in the world, he was gonna have to align himself with the corporations that run the world. The exact moment Kai sold out and crossed over was back in 2023, as in February 2023, he signed to the talent agency United Talent Agency. UTA is the biggest talent agency in the country. They represent the biggest actors, artists, and now internet personalities like Kai Cenat. UTA was created by Peter Biendick, Jim Burkus, and Jordan
So what he saying? He sold out because he signed to a company?
Zimmer. They represent people like Channing Tatum, Seth Rogen, 21 Savage, Charlie D'Amelio, and many other big names. They are the ones that started linking Kai with these high-profile celebrities like Kevin Hart and John Cena. The moment Kai signed with UTA, everything changed. His content lost its authenticity. Kai was no longer making content that
I want y'all to react to the comments. What do y'all think? Because I know it's a lot of people that didn't watch this made content from the beginning to now. So y'all tell me if his authenticity changed any.
he wanted to make and he thought would be good content. He started...
I'm not saying I agree with this video that he sold this. So I say I don't know. This is a blind reaction. We trying to see what's going on.
doing streams planned out by UTA, his new handlers. Nothing was organic anymore. Kai became another cog in the mainstream machine, and that began to show quickly. The amateur, natural, funny live streams that made Kai famous started to become big budget production live streams with mindless humor. Kai had sold out his platform and allowed the puppet masters to take control. He started collaborating with celebrities that didn't even relate to his content or his community, ending in awkward live streams that were clearly just promo. While most
I just don't know if this equate to him selling so.
people might believe Kai is collaborating with these big name celebrities naturally, that's not the case. Kai is being used like press to promote anything Hollywood wants. Kai built up millions of viewers with hundreds of thousands of live viewers. He got so big that celebrities
She said like that. What?
are now utilizing his platform for press. Whenever you see these celebrities on his platform, it's not for the sake of good content, as most of these collaborations are obviously forced and awkward. The only reason these A-list celebrities showed up to Kai's bedroom was to sell you something or promote something. It's all promotion that waters down his content, as is now just a giant ad. UTA is what made Kai mainstream. They're the ones
So basically, he's saying that since he's collaborating with these artists, that means he's a sellout. I don't understand it, bro. This is the high key, bro.
who are organic anymore. It's a giant production. You have to
Yeah, he said he sold it out because he signed to the company, and now the company is, I guess, putting their input in, and then they're trying to make it more professional, maybe. You know, just trying to up his platform by inviting, more celebrities.
think of Kai signing to UTA almost like he signed a record deal. In the same way the record labels control artists and create everything about them once they sign, it's the same way UTA is controlling Kai Cenat. Now, while that might seem like a great thing for him, since he's cashing out and will be able to make millions of dollars, it's horrible for his fans, as now he's just another puppet of the mega corporations. Kai is no longer a genuine creator. He's a walking billboard. Everything he now does has an alternative.
Okay, so I get what he's saying, because they say this a lot of times. So when you start making it big, basically when you start taking deals and endorsements and, commercials and stuff, they say you're a sellout. So they saying you sold your soul just because you made it big, pretty much, and you start getting commercials and stuff.
The reason behind it. Either he's promoting someone who's on press, or selling a brand he's signed to, or pushing agendas his handlers at UTA want him to push. Nothing is real anymore when it comes to Kai, which is exactly what selling out is. Just pay attention to some of the deals that Kai has signed. He signed an endorsement deal with Nike, allegedly worth millions of dollars. This is the reason Kai is forcefully pushing Nike on his streams every chance he gets. Every time he mentions Nike,
I get it. I'm like, I don't know. I just think when you sell out, it's probably a lot more deeper than this. This simply could just be a dude that made it and finding branching out. They say you should always have more than one income. So if you start making it, you get big, get around celebrities. And then McDonald's or State Farm comes is like, hey, we want you to do a commercial. You made it big. Your face is everywhere. I'm not sure that would equate to selling your soul. I can get what he's saying a little bit about the authenticity of his page being different. But again, I only watch so much of his content. I'm not like I don't sit there and watch his stream day in and day out.
going to prison. Back in 2023, just a few months after Kai signed to UTA, he decided to do a 7-day prison stream special. He and other popular streamers pretended to be in prison for 7 days. During the stream, you saw many big streamers and internet personalities having a blast in prison. They even showed themselves flirting and hanging out with female inmates. Kai made prison look like a sleepover with the gang, a giant party with the guys. Now this was especially bad, as here was Kai promoting prison to his young impressionable audience. Now while you might not be
I get what he's saying, but that's a part of, I think, Kai just not having a full understanding of this world and not having a full relationship with God and stuff.
thinking about this like that and think it's just a silly skit. All of this is strategically planned on a deeper level. You have to understand that this entire special was orchestrated by his talent agency. See, UTA is well aware that the mass majority of
I agree with, bro. That I really don't condone like popularizing violence and criminal activity. Like I really don't condone that. You get what I'm saying? So I agree with that point to a certain extent.
Yeah, I just think dude he's still in the darkness as far as, having a relationship with God. And I still didn't see nothing in this video where he was letting us know that this dude talks about God and stuff. It's like he kind of pointing out different stuff.
fans are not only kids and teenagers, but also from the urban community. Hip-hop is made for the urban community. Hip-hop just so happens to promote the gangster lifestyle, criminal behavior, and even murder. Everything that leads people to going to prison. Like I exposed before, this is done by the labels who are in bed with the private prison industry. Companies like BlackRock and Vanguard are directly invested in the music industry. They're also the biggest investors in the private prison industry. They invest their money into labels pushing gangster music.
Yeah, he's saying the same stuff over. So he pointed out that he pushing violent stuff.
Soul is soulish. You really need to dig deep.
I sold their soul on stream.
Tell him how this nigga like sold his soul. This nigga like soul to soul and shit. Like, nigga, you really need to dig deep. And I'm telling you, like,
I done see my own man sell his soul for some diamonds and some gold. Man, this shit no, but I'll be lying if I'm saying it's not tempting.
Kai is projecting his reality in comedy.
So yeah, this is where it starts getting good.
He knows he's sold out. He knows he's doing and promoting things he doesn't stand by. But the money is just too good to say no. Recently, people on social media have begun to notice Kai's fakeness. They are noticing that all of his overreactions are all fake, planned out reactions for the cameras with nothing organic anymore. Kai has become so fake that his audience is noticing he's sold out. This is what I believe Phantom was referring to when he said AMP was selling out. A few days back, I did a video covering Phantom allegedly leaving AMP. People started to speculate he left after he claimed he lost access to the AMP page and also tweeted about watching those closest to him, also claiming that AMP sold their soul and that they had a god complex. If you want to see the full breakdown about Phantom exposing Kai and AMP, make sure you watch this video after this one. Now, after Phantom's post went viral and fans started to say Phantom was kicked from AMP, Kai went on stream and denied the allegations.
How the f*** get bamboozled into thinking Phantom left AMP? Name taken. Thanks for the 100 gifted. Appreciate it. Name taken. Thanks for the 100 gifted. Bro, thanks for the 100. Hold on.
I think this is when he was at Streamer University. I'm not sure when all this stuff happened, but I heard about it a little bit.
What's going on right now? Hold on. Appreciate everybody. Chat, let me go ahead and say something, gang. Everybody who fell for Phantom leaving AMP, I'm not gonna lie, that just goes to show how much I actually watch AMP. No cap. We all know around this time or once out of the year, Phantom has to leave the US to take care of his pollen and stuff like that. You feel me? And that him doing that just led into like a whole bunch of y'all gotta understand. Yeah, you being
so like he's saying it was a rumor that started.
I believe something deeper has taken place here. With Phantom's absence and refusal to address this proves he was serious about Kai. He is obviously referring to Kai and AMP selling out, as he even called them out.
Bro, you tell me, bro. You tell me, man.
For their lack of organic content. Kai is definitely crossing over into a darker side of Hollywood.
The fact that he didn't go because of the outfit sounds to me like he didn't sell out.
Most likely the outfit they wanted him to wear looked like the outfit they had.
I wanted to host me. I didn't really didn't want to do that brand.
Now what I believe really happened was that they were already trying to have Kai dressing fruity like they do to all the rest of the sellouts. Most likely the outfit they wanted.
They do that to do. It's like to demasculate men type thing.
The brand that wanted to host me, I didn't really like. Because the brand that wanted to host me, I didn't really like.
I'm
invited to the event, cementing his official sellout puppet status. Kai made a video addressing why he decided to turn down the Met, claiming that it was due to the outfit they wanted him to wear.
Also say, gang, I had an opportunity to go to the Met Gala, chat, but I didn't go because I'm not gonna lie, the brand that wanted to host me, I didn't really like. Because the brand that wanted to host me, I didn't really like. Didn't want to do that brand.
Now what I believe really happened was that they were already trying to have Kai dressing fruity like they do to all the rest of the sellouts. Most likely the outfit they wanted him to wear looked like the outfit they had Shabuzi wearing. Shabuzi himself came dressed like the
I ain't gonna lie. The fact that he didn't go because of the outfit sounds to me like he didn't sell out.
Yeah, it sounds like something deeper too.
One of his friends was accused of allegedly R-wording a woman at a party Kai hosted. While Kai managed to escape this incident without permanently damaging his reputation, he landed back in another similar situation back in 2024. Last year, Kai Cenat's cameraman Chris V was exposed for sending disturbing messages to a girl who wasn't old enough yet. The two were speaking on Instagram DMs, and apparently the girl had initially lied about her age, telling the man she was 19. But not long after they started talking, she told him she was only 17 and was 16 when they initially started talking. This did nothing to stop Chris V, who instead of ending the conversation right there, decided to proceed to flirt with and become inappropriate with the young girl. This young girl eventually took screenshots of the conversation and exposed.
You know what? After watching this video, I'm not gonna play the race. I'm gonna go watch the AMP video with Phantom, I believe. So y'all come and watch that video with me. And because all in all, in this video, I'm still wouldn't say that he necessarily sold his soul. It's other people that did way worse and like just straight up, I guess, sellouts. But him, it just sounds like he still needs some guidance. He sounds like he's still in darkness, and you know, but I wouldn't say he necessarily sold his soul, especially with the evidence dude just laid out. He basically just saying, he basically just saying, bro, blew up and taking deals, and then he said the company that he signed to is kind of influencing his content, which make his content not as authentic or fun like it used to be. But I'm not sure that that's necessarily selling out per se, because if you pay attention, there's a lot of people that do a lot worse. Like, they're actually like people that do desperate stuff just to stay in the spotlight. But let's go. That's it. That's all I got for this video. So if you're still interested in this subject, follow me to the part 2. We just gonna call it a part 2, and that's all I got for you. Bye.